Gruesome find at Segambut apartment. Actor among 3 nabbed for ganja. I'm Suhaila Saifuddin. This is Cuppa News. Absolutely heartbreaking. A man and his 2 children, a 3-year-old girl and 6-month-old brother, were found dead in their apartment unit in Taman Sri Sinar, Segambut this afternoon. Police recovered the children's bodies from separate plastic containers that had been covered with large plastic bags in a room. Their 34-year-old father's body was found in the master bedroom of the unit at the Nova 2 apartments. According to Sentul Police Chief ACP R. Munusami, the victims had been dead for over 3 days. He said the gruesome discovery was made by the children's mother. The case has been classified as murder and police are expected to detain a close relative of the victims soon. In another development, the Higher Education Ministry will be investigating the go-kart accident that killed 2 family members in Pahang. During her visit to the victims at Tengku Ampuan Afzan Hospital, the Ministry Secretary General Tan Sri Dr. Nurul Ainur Muhammad Noor said she will be setting up a special investigation committee to determine the cause of the incident. Azwan Issa and his daughter, Nur Zulaika, were killed when a go-kart crashed into them at the Educational Innovation of Motorsports and Automotive Race on Sunday. According to an AAM representative, the organisers had failed to adhere to safety measures recommended by the association. It's called weed for a reason because it grows easily. A local drama actor was among 3 individuals nabbed for possessing 3 ganja plants and other dangerous weapons. Ganja in your backyard? Well, fancy that. A local drama actor was arrested for possessing 3 ganja plants and other dangerous weapons.
So, di dalam pemeriksaan di atas rumah tersebut, rumah adalah satu rumah banglo, anggaran lebih kurang 7,000 square feet, dan dalam rumah tersebut kita telah merampas 3 pasu mengandungi pokok jenis ganja. Ketiga-tiga suspek yang ditangkap, tiga-tiga positif. Urin diperiksa, positif pada darah.
The actor, together with 2 others, the son of a private international school owner and a Philippine national, were arrested during a raid on a bungalow on Saturday. The fertilizer used to grow the ganja plants and other equipment were also seized during the raid. The trio have been remanded until Friday. They were selected to protect the nation, but things are not always what it seems. Defence Minister Datuk Seri Hishamuddin Hussein admits that 1% of the armed forces are being monitored for possible links to militant activities. Shocking. Hishamuddin added that while the number seems small, but it must be still taken seriously.
We are going all out. Our main priority are our people, our soldiers, and Kagat, kor agama kita telah pun ditugaskan, dan bahagian risik, Jenerali Hadi dan mereka yang berada yang ditugaskan untuk buat risikan juga telah pun dikerah. Jadi the military intelligence and our religious core is on it. Sesiapa saja yang mempunyai laptop, whoever has access to computer is exposed to the threat of Daesh.
During his keynote speech at the opening ceremony of the 40th Pacific Army's Management Seminar on Monday, Hishamuddin said terrorism is a global issue which will be the main agenda discussed at the US-ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting in Hawaii, United States on Wednesday. If it was difficult catching a cab this morning, maybe it's because over 100 taxi drivers were at the KL Court complex to support their comrades involved in a legal case with the SPAD. The cabbies came from all over the country. They were, however, left frustrated. The Land Public Transport Commission succeeded in its bid to strike out the suit by 102 taxi drivers filed in December last year. The plaintiffs had sought a declaration from SPAD that ride-sharing services Uber, GrabCar and Blacklane were illegal. High Court Judge Justice Soo Gyok Yam made the ruling on grounds that they should have filed the suit by way of a judicial review and not writ of summons together with statement of claim. She added that Uber, GrabCar and Blacklane were not named in the lawsuit together with SPAD. The unhappy cabbies, led by their counsel, R. Kengadaran, said they would be submitting a memorandum to the Prime Minister over the matter.
PM menghalusi perkara ini. Putus yang muktamad. Jangan kita berpihak kepada mana-mana satu badan ataupun individu. Kita mahu hak kita terbela. Setuju? Setuju!
Uber, GrabCar and Blacklane have apparently affected the local taxi service industry as their fares were lower than those of metered taxis. Separately, former Langkawi Wanita UMNO member Anina Saaduddin has agreed to pay 5,000 ringgit in costs after she discontinued her civil suit against UMNO's two office bearers over a 2.6 billion ringgit political donation for the use and benefit of the party. Anina had appealed over the striking out of a suit against UMNO President Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak and the party's public officer Dato' Abdul Rauf Yusof by a High Court on December 31st last year. Her lead counsel, Muhammad Hanif Kathri Abdullah, said his client filed the notice of discontinuance on September 22nd as she had joined Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia, PPBM. In world news, Britain, France and the US lashed out at Russia on Sunday over the worsening carnage in Syria.
Russia and Assad have reportedly launched more than 150 airstrikes over the last 72 hours, killing at least 139 people and injuring hundreds more, laying waste to what is left of an iconic Middle Eastern city.
Moscow hit back, alleging the West provided the opposition to Syrian President Bashar Assad with weapons in breach of the ceasefire agreement. Meanwhile, the Philippines' Foreign Secretary pushed back against criticism of President Rodrigo Duterte's drug war, telling the UN not to interfere.
We urge everyone to allow us to deal with our domestic challenges in order to achieve our national goals without undue interference.
Duterte has in recent months urged police and even civilians to kill drug addicts as well as traffickers and vowed to protect lawmen from prosecution. Arnold Palmer, the golf great, whose charisma and common touch drew a legion of fans known as Arnie's Army, died Sunday at the age of 87. No cause of death was given. Palmer, known as The King, won 7 major championships during his career. At least one person in this world can resist Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's boyish charms. And it's none other than a little boy himself, Britain's Prince George. The rejection took place shortly after George arrived in Canada with his parents and sister last Saturday for a week-long official visit. Malaysians once again proved that humanity is still strong. There has been overwhelming response to a Facebook post on 11-year-old cancer patient Muhammad Danish Ma'arif, who loves Lego and wishes to visit Legoland. The Legoland for Danish campaign made headlines after it went viral on social media. Danish suffers from bone cancer and recently stopped chemotherapy.
Right after the post, I received overwhelming responses. I still haven't finished answering all the WhatsApp messages that I got. Okay, most of them are sending the Lego set, so they're asking what model that Danish likes. That I think the whole purpose of it is that to get as many Lego sets as possible built up and perhaps displayed in his living room. We also plan to have a few unbuilt ones for him because he really has passion building up the Legos.
Danish is in for another surprise.
Danish himself doesn't know yet that there might be Legoland itself going to his house because I've been receiving calls also from Legoland and they voice out interest to go and have their team setting up things there in Danish house.
Lego sets for Danish can be sent to the address on your screen. All systems go as it's race week. The Star TV was given a sneak peek at preparations being carried out at the Sepang International Circuit. Our crew was among 7 media members given the rare opportunity to jog and cycle around the track this morning. This was the first time anyone has been allowed on the track a few days before the race, which is expected to be exciting.
I think Sepang selalu it's an unpredictable circuit. It will be an unpredictable race. No matter what kind of tyre choices they use, I think the factors of the weather, the heat, humidity, and the tropical rain will make it all exciting.
The 5.543-kilometre track underwent resurfacing and upgrading exercise to improve corner drivability at 9 different turns. That's all for Cuppa News. Thanks for watching and good night.